Hello and welcome to the Officeworks Nichols Medal for 2011-2012. It is going to be an action-packed night, and for once there won't be any suspensions involved. Thank goodness gracious for that. But this is where the players and their partners get to kick down their hair and relax for season. Well, what a wonderful season it has been as well. We've got some exciting players that could be a real chance tonight. Troy Coates from Nycliffe, Jerry Cunningham from the Tiwi Bombers, Tunga Talam from the Tiwi Bombers as well, Brad Fassel from the Wanderers. There are so many names that just roll off the tongue here, and it's going to be an exhilarating night as well. But don't forget the Women's Awards, and also we're going to see Division 1, Division 2 and the Under-18s get their awards. As the players and wives and partners and families start to stream in here at SKYCITY Casino, we're expecting one hell of a night, and it's great to have you with us on AFL NTV. Nick Hallishaw of AFL NTV, and I'm with the main man. He's a big St Kilda supporter, the Chief Minister Paul Henderson. G'day Paul, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Night of nights for the footy. It's fingers crossed it's going to be a great night.
Now look, it's been an interesting final series, some big margins. 104 points for Nycliffe a couple of weeks ago. They got over the Wanderers last night by 54 points. We're hoping for a close one this weekend, surely.
Well, I reckon it's going to be a cracking final. You know, the Tiwis chasing their first flag. Nycliffe haven't won one since 65 or 66, so there's all to play for. It's going to be bodies on the line, and I'm hoping for a really tight contest, and who knows who's going to come out and win, but there's certainly going to be parties around town next Saturday night.
I'm sensing, Chief Minister, seeing that you're a St Kilda supporter and there's been a bit of a length between the Saints' last premiership, that maybe you might be edging towards Nycliffe on breaking their drought, although Tiwi have never won one.
Well, I have to admit that I've got a soft spot for Nycliffe. You know, like they've got the same number of years in a drought that St Kilda have, even though the Tiwi Bombers, you know, they're yet to win a flag. So whoever's going to win next Saturday is certainly going to be a big party night in town, and whoever wins has certainly deserved it. Both teams have played some amazing footy. At the game last night, it was just great to see Nycliffe bounce back from a real shellacking the week before.
Top two sides too, the best two teams in the competition are going to be battling it out as well. Will we see that tonight? Who do you think's going to take out the medal tonight? Will it be a Nycliffe player or a Tiwi Bomber?
Well, let's just wait and see. You know, quite often the Nichols medal, it's somebody, a roughie comes through the middle. I haven't managed to get to enough games myself this season. I've been to about half a dozen, but you know, it's not going to be a St Mary's player tonight. They're my team. I don't think Saints are rebuilding at the moment, but anybody either from Nycliffe or the Tiwi Bombers would really have earned it.
Well, Chief, great to have your company here tonight. Enjoy the evening, and fingers crossed you get the teep right, and Nycliffe do the honours for you next week.
Well, let's see how they go.
Might give some hope for your St Kilda boys.
Oh, well, fingers crossed this year for the mighty Saints. They didn't do too well against the West Coast last night.
Good on you, Chief. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for your time.
Chief Minister. Well, ladies and gentlemen, people are starting to take their places. We'll be back a little bit later on with maybe the winner of tonight's medal. But for now, it's goodbye, and we'll catch up with you shortly. Maybe it'll be a Tiger, maybe it'll be a Bomber, or maybe it'll be a Roughie tonight to take out tonight's Officeworks Nichols medal.
2011-12 Nichols medal. You might remember we were here this time last year and we celebrated as Wanderers player James McNamee took home the Nichols medal. And you know what, it's such an open field this time, very difficult to pick who it is. And if you've been following our tips for the footy, you'll figure that we've got no idea who's going to win the footy match after Nycliffe's stunning win yesterday. So we've got no idea who's going to win the Nichols medal. You will find out first tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to tonight. I hope you have a wonderful night. It will be a terrific night. It's the Officeworks Nichols medal count tonight. I'd like a special welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Honourable Paul Henderson, the Chief Minister of the Northern Territory. Chief Minister, welcome. Good to see you here. The Nichols family representatives are here as usual, ladies and gentlemen. Genesee and Price and Tom and Lindley Nichols are here, and we welcome you along again to another Nichols medal night. Brad McConnell and representatives from our event sponsor Officeworks, the sponsors, the club presidents, the coaches, the players, the supporters, ladies and gentlemen, and you, a big welcome to tonight. I'd like to call on to formally welcome you all here tonight, the chairman of the AFL, the new chairman of the AFL Northern Territory. Please make welcome to the stage Ross Coburn.
Thanks very much, Charlie. First of all, welcome everyone, but especially I'd like to welcome the Chief Minister, Mr Paul Henderson. Paul, thank you very much to you and your government particularly for your ongoing support of football. I know your passion for the game, and thank you very much. To all club presidents, officials, players, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to the Officeworks Nichols medal count for the 2011-12 NTFL season. To all our sponsors, a big thank you, and you'll see throughout the night that they will be displayed up on the top. It's fantastic the support we've gained and continue to have over a number of years. But in particular, I'd like to thank Officeworks tonight. Brad, thank you very much for your support. I know you've only been here a short time, but I hope you enjoy the night, and thank you very, very much for what you do. To TIO, represented here tonight by Jerry Sweeney and Sean Marston, and in particular to Chris Teal from TIO, who's put in a lot of effort to continue our support and grow the game with us. CUB, Lincoln and your team, thank you very much for your ongoing support, and the clubs really appreciate what you do. Southern Cross Television, Nadine, Kim's here, I know. Thank you very much, Kim, for your ongoing support, and we look forward to more of it in the future. ABC Television as well, Director for Christopher Smythe, thank you again for what happens if you have a look on a Sunday morning and watch that game in 2 halves of yesterday. It was amazing. Coca-Cola, Damien, thank you very much for your ongoing support. Gazali's Palmerston Club, we need not forget, we never forget, and Ray Norman for that representation. Look, it's always difficult when we go through sponsors. We often miss one along the way, but more importantly, I hope I haven't. And to all those others, if they aren't here, come and see me after and we'll make sure we get in there. But to all media outlets, you know, you've continued to support the league and for providing ongoing coverage of the NTFL. I'd just like to pick up on, I was in Alice Springs last week at the NAB Cup game, and we were watching and listening to, or we were actually watching on our iPhones the commentary that was coming through the NT News website with the ongoing running commentary. What a great initiative to the NT News. Gray, I don't know if it's yours, but well done to everyone. Probably the main thing that I would like to talk about tonight is the 16 clubs that we've got involved in this competition. You know, to all those clubs, look, there's the total work, week in and week out, that you do to get your teams on the park, we thank you very much. The year has seen further consolidation of the two leagues, which has progressed well, with further review, support and consolidation to occur in the coming seasons. We haven't got it all right yet, but we're getting there. We all know how tough it is out there in the clubland, and the work of so many volunteers has been fantastic and has not gone unnoticed, and to all you hard workers out there, thanks. The competition at all levels this year has been very good, achieving some great returns in increased numbers of crowds attending, and the What-I trial in Division 1 certainly created much interest, and we look forward to the What-I Magic joining full-time next season. We have now reached the business end of the season, and the final series has been highlighted by some great football in all weather conditions and record crowds in attendance. Tiwi into their first grand final, and after yesterday's result we have Nightcliff as their opponent, and very worthy grand finalists given their excellent year they've had. We wish both teams all the best. Banks and Waratahs meet again in Div 1 with Palmerston and Big River Hawk in the 18s. What a great achievement for Big River Hawks in only their second season. To Colleen Gwynn and her teammates at Waratahs, congratulations on a great win yesterday in the women's grand final against a very formidable opposition in St Mary's. Growth in participation numbers in women's football this past year have been significant, and it continues to grow as a sport of interest right across the territory. We would like to congratulate all clubs and everyone involved on a great year, and to wish all finalists next week all the best. To all the players in contention for the various best and fairest medals tonight, best of luck. Before closing, I'd like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to our immediate past chairman. I don't know if Bob's here yet. He was off playing golf this afternoon, so he said he might be a bit late, but this is a change in what he does now, I think, with Bob. But Bob has been involved in football for over 40 years as a player, coach, mentor and administrator, with the bulk of those years undertaken in the NT. Bob has 12 years as chair of the AFL-NT and leaves this role with footy in the NT being a great deal better off. Thanks, Bob, for all your leadership and guidance. In closing, I would like to thank all the clubs and their volunteers involved in the AFL and the NT for your understanding, patience and support as we grow and develop our great game. There's more to do. To the board, Tony Frawley and his whole team, thank you all for your efforts and commitments to the game that go well beyond your job descriptions. Thanks everyone. Enjoy the evening, and again all the best to everyone tonight at the vote counting of the Officeworks Nichols Medal, and to all finalists next weekend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ross. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to now call on the Darwin manager of Officeworks, Mr. Brad McConnell, to say a few words. Brad.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome and thank you for joining us this year for the NTFL Nichols Medal. I'm Brad McConnell, the store manager at Officeworks Stuart Park, and we're extremely proud to be sponsoring the Nichols Medal for the second year running. Last year we had a fantastic count, with James McNamee winning by just 2 votes from Ross Tungatallum, and while it doesn't do the players' nerves much good, I think we're all looking forward to another close finish this year. This season we've seen some fantastic football in the NTFL, and I think I speak for everyone in the room when I commend all of the players, coaches, staff and officials whose hard work makes our great game what it is. Like most Darwin residents, the team at Officeworks Stuart Park absolutely love their football, and naturally our association with the NTFL has been extremely rewarding. Along with our financial involvement, our sponsorship has enabled us to build strong connections with Darwin locals, who have been very welcoming ever since we opened our Stuart Park store in February last year. As well as offering Australia's largest range of office supplies and solutions for home business and education, Officeworks has a proud history of working closely with our local communities and support fundraising events and charities with a particular focus on children's education and their health and well-being. If you have an event or initiative which you think would benefit the local community, the team and I at Stuart Park would love to hear from you. One of the great initiatives we sponsor is the AFL NT Thunder Juniors, a fantastic program which, as you're no doubt aware, provides 8 to 12-year-old kids the opportunity to hone their football skills, learn teamwork and build friendships. It is exciting to think that the kids who flow through this NT Thunder Junior program could one day be standing here tonight as Nichols Medal winners. Once again, I'd like to wish all the players good luck in the medal count this evening. It promises to be a fantastic night. Thank you.
Brad McConnell, thank you so much, and thanks for your sponsorship. Our junior grade medalists will now be announced, ladies and gentlemen. Some highlights, first of all, of the 2011-2000 season, junior season. It was the inaugural season of the youth girls competition. There was increased participation across all junior grades. Friday night footy, junior footy, came to Darwin. Nightcliff and Southern Districts fielded 4 teams each in the under-14s, and they're building a strong foundation for future years. Significant increase in first-year green shirt junior umpires officiating in the NTFL competition matches in all grades and in boundaries and also in goals. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll ask you tonight for our junior award winners when they come to the stage. An important night for them tonight. Be generous in your applause for them, won't you? The Youth Girls Medal is actually named after Sharon Smith. I'm going to invite Sharon to join me on the stage to present the Sharon Smith Medal. Sharon, please. Where's Sharon? There she is. And also invite the AFL NT's Game Development Department and Services person, Mr. Jack McEwen, to join us on stage as well. Jack, if you could join us here. Thank you. Might ask Jack to say a few words about the season. Good on you, Jack.
Obviously, this year was the first year that we've had the under-16s youth girls competition. The competition ran for 8 weeks, and we had 5 teams competing. So the teams were Palmerston, Waratahs, Nightcliff, Tiwi, and St Mary's. The teams are also aligned with the middle schools around Darwin and Palmerston, with St Mary's aligned with Sanderson, Palmerston with Palmerston Youth Girls Academy, Waratahs with St John's, Nycliffe with the Nycliffe Youth Girls Academy, and Tiwi with Camilda. I'd just like to thank all the people behind these teams, because it was a lot of effort to get the comp going from scratch. It's just been great to see the girls develop over the last 8 weeks, and I can't wait to see next year to see how much they develop and how much the game changes for them. So Palmerston in the end won the premiership. Yeah, good work. And they were presented their medals yesterday in the decider between St Mary's and Waratahs. So it was a great effort for them. So just next year or next season, I'm just excited to see where it's going and what can happen. So just one last thing, just congratulations to Palmerston, and thanks for the support we got from everyone else.
Thanks, Jack. Jack McEwen from AFL NT. Now, when the winner comes up, I'll ask you to come up onto the stage. Sharon will present you with that. That's the inaugural Sharon Smith medal, the very first one, so it can't be won for the first time ever again. So history in the making in the next minute or so. And then make your way off the stage here to my right so we can capture a photo to celebrate tonight. Here they are in third position for the 2011-12 Youth Girls Sharon Smith medal. In third position was from the Nycliffe Footy Club. Shakayla Bading finished third. Along with some other players there, you can see Alana Coombs, Taylor Thorne and Rani Rogers. In second position from the Palmerston Magpies, Shay Warburton. And of the 2011-2012 Youth Girls Sharon Smith medal from the St Mary's Footy Club, Danielle Ponta. Not here. I don't see movement. Someone from the St Mary's Club might like to come up and accept on behalf of Danielle.
Me?
Sharon can present to herself. Michael Long will do it. Thanks, Michael. It's Michael's niece. Say what?
Yeah, we'll just go this way.
Thanks very much, and look, it's fantastic for Sharon to be recognised for the award and naming it after. Obviously, my niece is not here tonight, but proudly accept it on behalf of her. Thank you.
And now on to the under-14 Atkinson medal, of course named after Peter Atkinson, and I'll invite Peter to join us on the stage here. Peter, of course, wonderful history with football in the Territory. With us, Pete? Here he is. Thanks, Peter. Okay, let's take it. This is the under-14 Atkinson medal. We'll do the top 5, will we, from fifth position. In fifth position, the under-14 Atkinson medal from Southern Districts was Billy Spinks. Fourth position from Palmerston on 8 votes, Thomas Brown. Third position from Southern Districts, 10 votes, Jackson Rebetsky. $12 votes in second position, runner-up from Southern Districts Footy Club, Reece Morecambe. And the 2011-2012 under-14 Atkinson medalist from the Palmerston Footy Club with 16 votes, Levi Higgins. Here he is. Just Levi. There he is. Is that Levi? Hey, Levi. You just say thank you.
Wasn't really expecting this, but you know, things happen. I'd like to thank my coach Jerry and the Palmerston Football Club for, you know, giving the support and helping me train and everything. All right, thank you. And my mum, Vicky Higgins.
Do you get that photo, Levi? Do your photo over there, mate. Under 14 Lufat medal, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to invite Benny Lufat to join us on the stage. Benny Lufat's with us, ladies and gentlemen. Join you, Ben. In fourth position from the Darwin Buffaloes on 9 votes, Dylan Newell. In third place on 10 votes from Southern District's Bryce McCorkle. Runner-up from the Darwin Football Club on 16 votes, Blake Fletcher. And winning the 2011-2012 Under 14 Lufat medal from the Darwin Buffaloes on 18 votes, Jake Furby Tunney. This is his first year, isn't it, playing footy?
I had a young ball, Darcy third. Congratulations, very good.
Quick thank you.
Yeah.
I want to thank my coach Bob and Scully and my parents, for helping me. Thanks.
Might have been Jake's first year of playing Australian rules football too. He's played a bit of rugby and I think he was a world champion BMX rider as well. So welcome to the footy family, Jake. Hope you stick around. Under 14 Gunderson medal next, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if Chris Gunderson is here. Is Chris Gunderson here to present? Yes, he is. There he is. Chris, thank you. Thanks, Chris. Let's have a look at them in fifth position. Tied there, Harry Williams from Nightcliff and Danny Musgrove from St Mary's Footy Club. They're on 9 votes. In fourth position, tied there as well, Dominic Grant from Wanderers and Zachary Smith from Southern Districts. Third from the Palmerston Football Club, 12 votes, Elijah Simpson. And the runner-up from the St Mary's Footy Club on 13 votes, Cam Mallinson. And the winner must have been outstanding. Runaway winner, 25 votes he polled from the Palmerston Footy Club, Ezekiel Frank. One of yours. Frank. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll let you present. Well done, young fella. Just say thank you. Don't touch the mic.
Oh, well, I'd like to thank my coach, Wayne, and my manager, Jackie, and all the boys that come down and play. And I'd like to thank my parents for taking me down to the games each weekend, and it was fun. Thanks.
Moving now to the Under 16 Leverance medal, and we'll invite Paddy Leverance to join us on the stage to make this presentation. Thanks, Paddy. Okay, fifth position, both from the Nightcliff Football Club on 5 votes each, Clary Pumper and Matthew McAuliffe. St Mary's player on 6 votes in fourth position, Michael Lindsay. Third position from Palmerston Football Club on 7 votes, Tom Devine Harrison. Runner-up polled 8 votes from the Nightcliff Football Club, Julian Coburn. And the winner of the Under-16 Leverance Medal on 19 votes from the Palmerston Football Club, Jaden Hill.
It's good to see these young blokes talk.
Yeah, it's good. Good on you, Jay.
What is it, put it around his neck?
Yeah, put it around his neck.
Good on you, mate. Congratulations.
Don't touch the mic, just say hello. Thank you on it, mate.
I'd like to thank my coach, Bando and Libba, and Magpies Football Club for supporting me through this. And yeah, thanks.
Under-16 Hickman Medal, ladies and gentlemen, inviting Ross Coburn to join us to make this presentation for the Hickman Medal. Thanks, Ross. In 5th position on 7 votes from the Darwin Football Club, Kokawam Nikki. Tied in with 8 votes each for 4th position, Faiz Ferds Khan from the Palmerston Football Club and Brandon Parfitt from the Nightcliff Footy Club. Sean Daniels was 3rd from Wanderers with 10. 14 votes the runner-up from the Darwin Football Club, Laurie Donation. And the winner is from the Palmerston Football Club with 21 votes, Sam Godden. Or Waratahs, rather. Had you playing for Palmerston there, Sam? Good on you, mate. Just say a few words. You don't have to touch the mic.
Just like to thank my mum. Used to live out in Jabiru and she did a 400k round trip each weekend. So thank you. Just Scott and Grant and all the people at Waratahs, like to thank them. And all the people at AFLNT that make the competition happen. Thanks. Cheers.
And the next award, ladies and gentlemen, is the Under-18 Abala Medal. I'd like to invite Steve Abala to present this award. So Steve's here. Would you join us on the stage, please, Steve? Yes, Steve's here. And while Steve's making his way up, I'd like to tell you this. I'd like to once again to use this opportunity to thank Craig Oldroyd from the Fire Protection Professionals International. Craig has, for another year, donated $1,000 to the winner of the Abala Medal. That's a very generous gesture, and I'd like everyone to acknowledge Craig and the Fire Protection Professionals International. Okay, mate. Okay, let's have a look at them. The Under-18 medal, some great players have won this award. 3 of them tied in 4th position. From the Hawks, Roy Assan with 12, Zach Westerberg from Waratahs and Bronson Mungatobi. Bronson, of course, from Palmerston. In 3rd position from Waratah, Fraser Jennings on 13 votes. On 14 votes also from Waratahs, the runner-up Jack Hatcher. And the Under-18 Abala medalist comes from the Southern Districts Football Club. 24 votes, David Richardson.
I'd just like to thank my coach, Bill Feeney, and yeah, for mentoring me this whole year. It's been good. It's a good year. Thanks.
our medalists up to the under-18 level. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point I'd like to invite Vicky Burgess and Wayne Taylor from the Defence Force Recruiting to announce the under-16 and under-18 winners of the Esprit de Corps trophy. Vicky will make a speech and tell us what that award is all about.
Well, good evening. You're going to get the uglier one. I'll make the speech tonight. Look, Defence Force Recruiting are very proud of our continued involvement with AFLNT. But for this to happen, we'd like to thank particularly Brad and Josh that facilitate this activity all the time and speak to us about this, and particularly the ADF physical training instructors that spent a lot of time going in the training and doing these sessions to hand over this knowledge. And particularly tonight, I'd like to thank One Officer Stuart Lawton and his team, and PO or Petty Officer Mike Beamish for spending a lot of effort in coordinating this. The feedback from the PTIs is that a high level of energy and effort has been displayed by all the teams that have participated, which is a testimony to their morale, and that's a critical thing for us in Defence. In light of this, the DFR Trophy, or the Defence Force Trophy, has been renamed the Esprit de Corps Trophy. This name catches the high level of commitment to work as a team and the value of mateship. The previous winner last year of the DFR Len Walters Trophy was actually Jen Anderson, and we will be transferring that over on this trophy. So without any further ado.
I might ask you to open these and announce them. Would you like to do that? You can do that.
Certainly.
The under-16 one first.
Okay, so the under-16 trophy goes to Ryan Nyhouse. Okay, and under 18 is Joe Thompson from the Palmerston Footy Club. Thanks, Charlie.
Congratulations, mate. Well done. Okay, John.
Yep, we say a few words. No? Can't take a photo, then we'll go for a photo. All good? Yeah, get it done.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Defence Jobs for this award and the boys that came out and did the session. Yeah, thank you. And I'd like to thank Nycliffe as well for their support. Yeah, good luck in the finals too.
Our juniors were fantastic, weren't they, ladies and gentlemen? I wonder if you could acknowledge them with a round of applause. Thank you. The Northern Territory football future looks pretty secure, doesn't it? We can take a short break now. You can refill your glasses, stretch your legs, do whatever you want to do. We'll come back with some more presentations in just a short time. Thank you.
AFLN TV with Lee Crossman from the Tiwi Bombers. Very excited about this week, Lee?
Yeah, very much so. You know, we've had the week off. We had a training run yesterday morning. All the people on the island are very excited, but, you know, we've still got a few more days before we actually start playing. So I'm, a little bit excited. Pretty nervous, but, yeah, ready to go.
What about the rest of the squad? Obviously unfinished business a couple of years ago in a grand final. Surely that experience is going to hold the squad in good stead for this weekend.
Yeah, you'd hope so. There's obviously a few new faces in the side, so we've actually got Ross Tungatalum on our side this time, which is going to be pretty handy. I think he kicked the winning goal that game, so hopefully he can do the same thing for us this week.
This week, having the week off, is it a good thing or a bad thing? A lot of people say momentum's a good thing going into it. You won by 104 points against the team you're going to play this weekend. Looks like a good thing.
Yeah, I'd hope so. We're not expecting the same result. Hopefully it's a win, though. But, 104 points. I think Nycliffe showed what they're capable of last night against Wanderers. It was a really good performance. We were really impressed by that. They probably showed why they're the number one side, and they have been all year. So, yeah, a little bit nervous, but, yeah.
In that semi-final, did you expect to win by that amount? Like, obviously, it just came out of nowhere, but what it looked like was that you guys played 4 quarters of footy.
Yeah, I think so. Look, we obviously had a bit of an incident on the island just before that, and the guys really rallied and came together, and we're really pumped up for that game. So I think it shone through in their performance, and we spoke at three-quarter time. We really wanted to finish the game off, and it's probably hard on Nightcliff when they probably knew what was going to happen, so they probably stopped a little bit in that last quarter, and we just continued on and did a four-quarter performance.
This is the week off that you probably needed. Any niggling injuries, any hamstrings, anything like that, they should be pushed by the wayside, or you still got a couple that obviously no one's 100% this time of the year, but obviously the week off did you some good?
Yeah, it definitely did. A few of our older guys that probably needed a week off got that chance to have a bit of a break. We still had a solid session yesterday morning, but definitely I think the week off will be good. But time will tell, I suppose, and we'll know on Saturday night. Normality's
obviously the one. Then just another game. It's hard to get that into a big lead up to grand final week. How many sessions you're looking to have, and when are you looking to come over to the mainland?
Yeah, we'll just keep things exactly the same. We'll do recovery tomorrow like we've done all year, and then we'll train Tuesday, Thursday, and come over on the Friday afternoon and have a light training run then, just to, I suppose, settle the nerves and get some of that excitement and out of our system, I suppose, and prepare for Saturday night.
Ross Tungatalam, Jerry Cunningham, some of the favourites for tonight's medal. A few other boys as well that could be putting their hand up as well. Will it take any focus away from this week, or the boys all got their heads switched on?
Yeah, no, the boys are ready to go. Look, there's a few awards, and hopefully the guys are lucky enough to get them. They deserve them. They've done the work, but time will tell. An individual award is good, but I think the team's more focused on the grand final. That's more important to us.
Lee, all the best for this weekend. It's fantastic to have Tiwi in another grand final, and be great to get your first premiership over for the Islands in the NTFL.
Yeah, it'd be really good. Thank you.
Lee Crossman's there on AFL TV.
Have turned up to the footy this year. The no smoking rule was introduced along with the mid and light alcohol policy, making it a better family environment out of the footy. And stage one of the upgrade and maintenance plan successfully completed on the ovals out of the stadium. So all of that meant it was a good year. Looking forward to the grand final to wrap it all up next Saturday. Let's begin with the Division 2 awards, and the first Division 2 award is the Services to Football Award. I'm going to call on Bill Gear to present the award for the Division 2 Services to Football. While Bill's coming here, I can tell you this is an award, ladies and gentlemen, that recognises the club's performance both on and off the field. It's not based on the win-loss record for the club. It's measured on the scale whereby the lowest score for the year is the winner. It recognises the club's performance in regards to the least amount of yellow cards, 5 points, reports 10 points, negative umpire match day comments 10 points. There's also a rating by football operations staff on how the club fares administratively. So it's quite an award. Bill's going to announce the winner with the lowest score. Bill.
I must say that in both Division 1 and Division 2 Services to Football League, it was very close to the final tallies of the lowest points. The Division 2 Services to Football Award this year goes to Middle Sharks Football Club. Is Brendan here from Sharks?
Look, it's been a really big year for Middle Sharks this year. I mean, had a name change. We're probably the lowest ranked team in the competition, but our guys and girls that support the club really give it all their best, and I'm really proud of where we are and where we will be next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill, and well done to the Middle Sharks Football Club. And I wonder if they got that in the AFL, that award. Carlton might aim for it this year, the off-field award. Not a good start to the season for us. Division 2 ABC Player of the Year. I'm going to invite ABC Radio boundary rider Natasha Medbury, also a premiership player with Palmerston Footy Club in the women's competition last year, to come up and present that award. Give Tash a round of applause here. Tash.
Thank you, Charlie. The ABC are proud to be affiliated with the AFLNT for 50 plus years. This winner has played for the Jabberoo Bombers for a long time. His father was a legend at the Nightcliff Football Club. He's related to the Davey boys playing the AFL, and it's from the Jabiru Bombers, Richard Lidner.
Thanks, Tash. And Richard, not able to make it tonight, but I think Marius Clark is going to accept the award on his behalf. Is Marius here? Here he is.
Unfortunately, Richie Lindner couldn't make it tonight because of work commitments, but I'm sure he'll be very proud of this. He's a pretty good player, so yeah. So thanks from Richie Lindner, I suppose. Thank you very much.
Good on you, Marius. Thank you for that. And for your interest, Marius, we asked on our website who might win the Nichols medal tonight and asked people to put in a tip. Your brother Raf tipped you to win the Nichols medal tonight. It's nice of him. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to move on to the medal counts. And Tony, for the CEO of the AFL NT, Tony Frawley, will read out the format for tonight's 4 medal counts. This is how it'll all work, Tony.
Thanks, Charlie. The voting system for tonight's count is 1, 2 and 3 votes. 3 votes being best on the ground, cast by the umpires at the conclusion of each league match. There are 18 rounds. Except for those players guilty of involvement in a melee or a time-wasting offence, a player suspended by the tribunal is ineligible for the award. Ineligible players will be highlighted in red. Myself and Anthony will call the votes, and official scrutineers will be AFLNT staff members Steve Salisbury, Jenny Elliott and Bill Gear. The eligible player who has the most votes at the conclusion of 18 rounds of voting will be deemed the winner. In the event of players having tied votes, multiple medals will be awarded.
Okay, we can have a look at them up to round 14, Tony. We'll start from there. So to round 14, you can see them there in 5th position, Brennan Walsh from the Olympic team. He's got 10 votes. And then in 4th position, Richard Lindner from Jabiru and Gary Hislop from Banks. They have 12 votes. 3rd position, Thomas Antilov from Olympic has 14 votes. Nick Halkitis from Olympic as well has 15 votes in 2nd position. And after 14 rounds, Marius Clark sits on top by 17 votes, Marius from Jabiru.
Thanks, Charlie. The Lancaster medal round 15, Waratah versus Olympic. Olympic, 1 vote, Dean Malloy. Waratah, 2 votes, Daniel Ricks. Olympic, 3 votes, Thamali Magripolis. Southern Districts versus University, 1 vote, Southern Districts, Steve Atwood. Southern Districts, 2 votes, Corey Taylor. University Rats, Andrew Davidson, 3 votes. Pints versus Palmerston. Palmerston, 1 vote, Matt Mitchell. Pints, 2 votes, Steve Lemmers. Pints, 3 votes, Richie Hodgson. Tracy Village versus Mindle Sharks, 1 vote, Tracy Village, Scott Fleming. 2 votes, Mindle Sharks, Kyle Osborne. 3 votes, Mindle Sharks, Robert McKenzie. I don't know whether this is a misprint here, but Jabiru versus Banks. Jabiru, 1 vote, Cyril Rioli. Is that a misprint? No, that's right. Okay. That's right. Cyril Senior. Jabiru, 2 votes, Richard Lidner. The Banks, 3 votes, Mark Fosters Chadwick.
Round 16. University versus Palmerston. 1 vote, Todd Pemble. University. 2 votes, Sean Nichols, Magpies. 3 votes, Noel Villanueva, University. Pints versus Jabiru. 1 vote, Caden May, Jabiru. 2 votes, Anthony Reid, Jabiru. 3 votes, Rhett Medford, Jabiru. Round 16,
Tracy Village versus Waratahs. 1 vote. Brenton Buttigieg, Waratahs. 2 votes. Caleb Waite, Waratahs. 3 votes. Andrew Mungatopi, Waratahs. Banks versus Mindle Sharks. 1 vote. Chad O'Brien, Banks. 2 votes. Matt Dunn, Banks. 3 votes. John Ferner, Banks. Olympic versus Southern Districts. 1 vote. Nathan Wilson, Olympic. 2 votes. Mark Nykamp, Southern Districts. 3 votes. Nick Halkitis, Olympic. Round 17, Lancaster medal. Olympic versus Sharks. Olympic, 1 vote, Thomas Antelove. Olympic, 2 votes, Nikita Pagdagalan. God, we've got some multicultural names here tonight. The juniors are worse. It's fantastic, wasn't it, to see? 3 votes, Olympic, Mitch Amity. Palmerston versus Banks. Banks, 1 vote, Mark Chadwick. Banks, 2 votes, Shane Harrison. 3 votes, Banks, Brendan Baldock. Pints versus University. University Rats, 1 vote, Sean Hill. University Rats, 2 votes, Andrew Davidson. University Rats, Daniel Crowe, 3 votes. Waratah versus Southern Districts. Waratah versus Southern Districts. Round 17. Waratah, 1 vote, Shane Carroll. Waratah, 2 votes, Cameron Holt. Waratah, 3 votes, Caleb Waite.
That's it to round 17. Let's check the leaderboard. It's pretty tight. In 5th position, Gary Hislop from Banks has 12 votes. Richard Lindner from Jabiru has 14. Thomas Antelov from Olympic has 15 votes. Marius Clark from Jabiru has 17 in 2nd position. And Nick Halkitis from Olympic in front by 1 vote with 1 round to go. He's on 18. So 3 with a chance to win it with 1 round to go.
Lancaster medal, round 18, Waratahs versus Pints. 1 vote, Matthew Fremantle, Waratah. 2 votes, Joshua Ross, Pint. 3 votes, Brenton Buttigieg, Waratah. Tracy Village versus Banks. 1 vote, Scott Fleming, Tracy Village. 2 votes, Christopher Pendergrass, Banks. 3 votes, Ty Clarkson, Banks. University versus Mindle. 1 vote, Andrew Miller, Mindle Sharks. 2 votes, Jared Dunn, University. 3 votes, Andrew Davidson, University. Palmerston Magpies versus Southern Districts. 1 vote, Nathan Wren, Magpies. 2 votes, Mark Nykamp, Southern Districts. 3 votes, Stephen Banderson, Palmerston Magpies. Jabiru versus Olympic. 1 vote, Richard Linder, Jabiru. 2 votes, Nick Halkitis, Olympic. 3 votes, Mitch Amity, Olympic. The winner of the Lancaster medal for 2012 is Nick Halkitis from the Olympic Football Club.
And I'll ask Mike Harrison to come up and make the presentation. Mike, thank you. Nick also won the Division 2 Best and Fairest last year.
That's right. Yeah, thanks very much for the umpires again for voting. Yeah, as they mentioned that I won last year, Olympic actually won the year before as well, so I just want to put out there that Olympic is a footy side, Aussie rules side, so hopefully this weekend we come out and win the grand final and prove to everyone that we're here to stay. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Nick. Women's Rising Star Award, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start the women's vote, we'll be presenting the Women's Rising Star Award. I'm going to ask Leslie Turner to join us on the stage. Leslie, if you wouldn't mind to make this announcement. But I can tell you who the top three vote getters are. Brittany Abel from the Waratah Footy Club, Kira Oldhouse from the Darwin Footy Club, and Bridie McMurty from the St Mary's Footy Club. And Leslie, you're going to announce the winner.
Thank you, Charlie. Okay, the winner for the Rising Star Award goes to Brittany Abel from the Waratah Football Club. Well done.
Play yesterday, Brittany? Did you play yesterday?
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you, Waratahs, for the support this year. And thanks, Kuda, our coach. Thanks, guys.
Well done, Brittany. Congratulations. Well done, the Waratah Women's Footy Club, and congratulations on your win yesterday as well. Now begin our counting, ladies and gentlemen, of the Coca-Cola women's vote. Tony's ready to go.
Coca-Cola medal, round 15.
I'll just give the. I might just give this. I'll bring up up to round 14 if we can. Let's have a look at round 14. This is where they are after 14 rounds of competition. In 5th position from Waratah on 7 votes, Colleen Gwynn. On 9 votes in 4th position from the Buffaloes, Carly King. 3rd position from St Mary's on 10 votes, Christy Irvine. 2nd position on 13 votes from the Buffaloes, Gabrielle King. And top position out by 3 votes, 16 votes from Waratah, Steffi James.
Okay, Coca-Cola medal, round 15, Waratahs versus Darwin Buffaloes. 1 vote, Sally Williamson, Waratah. 2 votes, Shannon Miller, Waratah. 3 votes, Steph James, Waratahs. Nycliffe versus St Mary's. 1 vote, Caitlin Wandon, Nycliffe. 2 votes, Shana Jade Edwards, St Mary's. 3 votes, Bo Dela Cruz, St Mary's.
Coca-Cola medal, round 16. Palmerston, 1 vote, Lauren Motlop. Nycliffe, 2 votes, Benita Olungura. Palmerston, 3 votes, Natasha Medbury. St Mary's versus Waratah. St Mary's, 1 vote, Jamie Lee Port Jimmy. Waratahs, 2 votes, Manushra Hesketh. Waratahs, 3 votes, Shannon Miller.
Round 17, Darwin Buffaloes versus St Mary's. 1 vote, Natasha Porjimmy, St Mary's. 2 votes, Simone Anderson, St Mary's. 3 votes, Bo Dela Cruz, St Mary's. Waratahs versus Palmerston. 1 vote, Letitia Jeffrey, Palmerston. 2 votes, Steph James, Waratahs. 3 votes, Shannon Miller, Waratahs.
I'll call Damien Ames from Coca-Cola Amatel to join us here to make the presentation. Damien, if you could make your way to the stage and we'll continue the counting, Tony.
Round 18, Palmerston versus Buffaloes. Palmerston, 1 vote, Alex Woodward. Palmerston, 2 votes, Lauren Motlop. Buffaloes, 3 votes, Carly King. Nycliffe versus Waratahs. Waratahs, 1 vote, Bronwyn Evans. Waratahs, 2 votes, Casey Jess. Waratahs 3 votes, Darrylin Purantaran Mary. The winner of the Coca-Cola medalist for 2012 from the Waratah Football Club, Steph James.
So while Steffi's making her way up, in fourth position, Shannon Miller finished on 10 from Waratahs. Kirsty Irvine from St Mary's on 10 as well in fourth position. Third, Carly King, 12 votes from Darwin. Gabrielle King from Darwin was runner-up with 13 votes. And Steffi James from Waratah. 21 votes is the Coca-Cola medalist in the women's comp.
Hey again, you mob. But first, thank you, Jabberoo Football Club again for letting me gate crash their training sessions, and I want to thank, pretty much the people behind the scenes, all the volunteers, managers, coaches. I think without them, we wouldn't be actually, out there and winning bringing the cup for the club. Thanks, Waratahs Football Club. So. Yeah, thanks guys, have a good night.
Steph James, congratulations, wonderful winner, and she's had a great year too with the Waratah Footy Club. Just want to mention the grand final coming up on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. What a beauty. It's going to be Tiwi Bombers and Nightcliff history to be written again, and just going to be one terrific grand final. We are looking forward to getting along to it, and I'm sure you will as well. During the break now, as we break to take our mains, check out the screen. There's some footage from the season. What a season it's been. ABC has been able to put this together, so have a look at that during the break. Thank you. Luke Harris from the Banks Football Club. They play in both the Division 1 and Division 2 grand finals on the weekend. All the best to you both. Ladies and gentlemen, next award, the ABC Player of the Year, Division 1. I'd like to invite the Director of the ABC in the Northern Territory. He's new to the Northern Territory. He's been enjoying the footy. Chris Smythe to make the presentation. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Charlie King. The ABC's Charlie King. He does a wonderful job, doesn't he, of emceeing, and he does a wonderful job of commentating throughout the year on radio and TV. Yeah, a round of applause for Charlie. He's just an absolute legend. So, Chief Minister Tony Frawley, ladies and gentlemen, and those people watching in Finland tonight on live streaming, Skol, hello. It's a real honour to be up here tonight to present this award. As you know, the ABC's had a long relationship with the AFL in the Northern Territory, and we look forward to strengthening that relationship next year and the years to come. The ABC broadcasts NTFL on ABC 105.7 and on ABC on Sunday mornings, and I'm sure that everyone here in this room tonight was up at 7 a.m. this morning watching the replay of the match from yesterday. Would that be right? Show of hands. And how many of you stayed and watched Insiders straight after that? Sort of a bit of a deathly silence, isn't it, in the room? It was a great game, and it was going to be an even better game, I would say, next Saturday when we'll all be watching. The ABC takes into account more than just on-field performance in consideration of deciding who will win the Player of the Year. We look at players who demonstrate all-round value to their club, on and off the field. And this is evidenced by the high calibre of players who've won this award in the past. So, without any further delay, the winner is Raymond Blackley. Would Raymond like to come on up? Raymond is from the Darwin Football Club. Here he comes. It's a beautiful looking award, isn't it? It's a great one. I'm not sure how we afford that, but I'll have a chat to Charlie later on. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, at least just like to say thank you to AFLNT and to everyone who votes for this. My club didn't have a very good year this year, we know that, but you know we will persevere. And yeah, just lost for words. Sorry. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks.
Well done, Raymond. Congratulations. Now we move on, ladies and gentlemen, to the Division 1 Mitch Lee medal votes. And we're going to pick it up at round 14, and then Tony and Anthony will take over the count from there. Here we are. Let's have a look at it up to round 14. Couple locked in third position there. We've got David Small from Nycliffe on 7 votes. And Brendan Batteste from Pint on 7 votes as well. 7 votes as well. And then 4 of them there in second position, would you believe it? Eric Klenke from Banks on 8 votes. Casey Venture from Waratahs on 8. Jack Ryan there on 8 from Tracy Village. And John Kenzie from Pint on 8 votes. Then top 2 of them in top position. Luke Hodges from Southern Districts with 10 votes. And Christopher Cates from Banks on 10 votes.
Mitch Lee medal, round 15. Waratahs versus Wanderers. For Waratahs, Sebastian Wright, 1 vote. Wanderers, Alex Erlinson, 2 votes. Waratahs, Lachlan Collihole, 3 votes. Southern Districts versus Darwin Buffaloes. Southern Districts, 1 vote, Damien Charleston. Southern Districts, 2 votes, Ryan McNish. Southern Districts, 3 votes, Derek Jepp. Pints versus Banks. Banks, 1 vote, Jake Hosking. Pint, 2 votes, Callum Crook. Banks, 3 votes, Kim Benstead Santos. St Mary's versus Palmerston. St Mary's, 1 vote, Alan May. St Mary's, 2 votes, Jackson Clark. St Mary's, 3 votes, Dion Gordon. Tracy Village versus Nycliffe. Tracy Village, 1 vote, Wayne Jenkinson. Nycliffe, 2 votes, David Small. Nycliffe, 3 votes, Kurt Bradshaw.
Thanks, Andy. Just before we go on to the next one, I'd just like to recognise Gay Messer, who has really taken this Nichols medal from virtually a pie night to a really professional night that it is now, and I'd like to pay tribute to Gay because she's a very special person. But there's always a positive out of a negative. Jodie's just stepped up and done a wonderful job tonight, so I'd like everyone just to give her a round of applause for Jodie to do that. Not sure whether Damien Hale's here, but is Haley there? Is Haley there? Haley always talks about the footy family and we shouldn't fight each other, but Gay's one of those special people that have, I know, have been involved with a lot of you people here in the clubs and organisation, the sponsors and everyone else. So she's a very special person. We love her, but she's going to Melbourne tomorrow, and it's not looking good, unfortunately, but we hope and pray that she can get through it. And on Saturday, we've got a special day for the Leukaemia Foundation, and we're aiming to raise $10,000. So you guys out there, I know you'll pull together, and I'm hopefully, I'm not taking away from your family. The Lee family, I know, who are pretty close to Gay as well, but I think it's worth saying that she should be recognised, and also Jodie, who stepped up. But Saturday we're going to try and raise $10,000. Longie's shaving my hair, which is a bit of a worry. He'll probably cut my head off, but so if you can be aware on Saturday to put some money in, I think it'd be just great for Gay, and we're worried about her, and she's just a beautiful person and a great staff member, and you know, we want to really hope she gets through all this stuff. So thanks for listening to that. It's waffling on a bit. Round 16. Buffaloes versus Wanderers. Wanderers 1 vote, Jerome Motlop. Wanderers 2 votes, David Stowe. Wanderers 3 votes, Sean Thomas. Pints versus Waratahs 1 vote, Waratahs David Groves. Pints 2 votes, Brendan Bettis. Waratah 3 votes, Matthew Flanagan. Tracy versus St Mary's. Tracy Village 1 vote, Peter Shepherd. St Mary's 2 votes, Quincy Tutu Alugia. Geez, I got that right, bloody hell. 3 votes, St Mary's Andrew Loftman. Banks versus Palmerston 1 vote, Banks Richard Baldock. Banks 2 votes, Jacob Grubb. 3 votes, Banks Christopher Cates. Nightcliff versus Southern Districts. Nightcliff 1 vote, Joel Cross. Nightcliff 2 votes, David Small. Nightcliff Thomas Hams 3 votes.
Round 17. Darwin Buffaloes versus St Mary's. St Mary's 1 vote, Quincy Tutu Uliga. Sorry about that. St Mary's 2 votes, Alan May. St Mary's 3 votes, Andrew Lauman. Wanderers versus Southern Districts. Wanderers 1 vote, Joran Dobson. Southern Districts 2 votes, Liam Walter. Southern Districts 3 votes, Billy White. Banks versus Nightcliff. Nightcliff 1 vote, Joel Cross. Banks 2 votes, Liam Ogilvie Mitchell. Banks 3 votes, Will Johnson. Pint versus Palmerston. Pint 1 vote, Callum Crook. Pint 2 votes, Brendan Bettis. Pint 3 votes, John Kenzie. Waratah versus Tracy Village. Waratah 1 vote, Lachlan Collihole. Waratah 2 votes, Casey Venture. Waratah 3 votes, John Dunstan.
So there we are to round 17. At this point, I'd like to invite Vernon Lee, representing the Lee family, to join us up here with 1 round to go. Have a look at this for a leaderboard. It's pretty tight. 3 locked in 3rd position. John Dunstan from Waratahs on 10, Casey Venture, Waratah 10, and Luke Hodges from Southern Districts on 10. In 2nd position, 3, David Small from Nightcliff has 11, John Kenzie from Pint has 11, and Brendan Bettis from Pint has 11 as well. And sitting on top on 13, 2 votes clear, is Christopher Gates from Banks. So 7 of them in with a chance with 1 round to go.
Round 18, Mitch Lee medal. St Mary's versus Wanderers. St Mary's 1 vote, Jason Purantatameri. Wanderers 2 votes, Billy Innes. St Mary's 3 votes, Alan May. Buffaloes versus Waratahs. Waratahs 1 vote, David Groves. Waratahs 2 votes, Scott Ward. Waratahs 3 votes, Joshua Wursterberg. Palmerston versus Southern Districts. Palmerston 1 vote, Thomas Puranjat. Port Jimmy. Oh, they play everywhere, don't they? Southern Districts 2 votes, Adam Lorraine. Southern Districts 3 votes, Brett Rice. Tracy Village versus Banks. Banks 1 vote, Brandon Lee. Banks 2 votes, Chad O'Brien. Banks 3 votes, Ray Scarlett. Nightcliff versus Pints. Nightcliff 1 vote, Chris Baksh. Pints 2 votes, Callum Crook. Pints 3 votes, John Kenzie. The winner, the Mitch Lee medalist for 2012, John Kenzie from the Pint Football Club.
While John's making his way here, let's have a look at that leaderboard. At the end of it all, 3 on the bottom there, Luke Hodges, Casey Venture and John Dunstan, all with 10 votes. And then that other group there in third position, David Small, Brendan Buttis and Callum Crook. And then the top 2, Christopher Cates finished with 13 from Banks, and John Kenzie got him right at the end and finished on top with 14, winning by just 1 from the Point Footy Club. John?
I'm in shock. I've had a few too many beers for this. Firstly, would like to thank my beautiful girlfriend. I love you. Secondly, to the Warden family who do an amazing job for the Pints Club. You know, without them guys, Pints Club wouldn't run down. And to everyone in my footy team, you know, thanks a lot. Had a great year, boys. Hopefully we can do a lot better next year. And, you know, have a good night, people.
John Kenzie from the Point Footy Club is the 2011-12 Mitch Lee medalist, and we thank the Lee family and Vernon Lee in particular for that tonight. And I'll just tell you too that the winner of the Mitch Lee medal also receives a set of golf clubs donated by Roger D and the Garden Park Golf Links. So a big thank you to Roger D for their support. Thank you. Okay, a couple of other awards we need to get through before we start that count. Not that far away, ladies and gentlemen. The next ABC award is from the Premier League. ABC Player of the Year, Chris Smythe, to make the announcement and present the award. Thanks, Chris.
All right, you're going to get sick of the sight of me again, but I'm told reliably from Charlie King that this is a very well-deserved award, this one. Champion all-round effort. Is that right, Charlie?
Indeed.
Indeed.
Great.
So,
and the winner is from the Tiwi Bombers.
The winner is, this is fantastic, from the Tiwi Bombers, Jared Cunningham. Congratulations. It doesn't look like Jared's here. That is Alan. I think Alan's on his way up to accept the award on behalf of Jared. Who is he on his way here? Is he on the flight? No. Congratulations, Alan.
I'll explain.
Okay.
Thanks very much. Unfortunately, this afternoon we had a bit of trouble with our aircraft bringing our people over. So, unfortunately, Munna or Jared and both Ross Tungatalam were unable to get here, unfortunately. So it's a real pleasure for me to accept this on behalf of Munna, who is a real role model. Beside his feats on the field, everyone knows about those, he's a real role model for the Tiwi people, a real family man. Every time we go home, he's usually got a gift for his kids, and he's got doing an apprenticeship with Bathurst Island Housing Association. So congratulations, he really deserves this.
Rising Star Award coming up shortly, ladies and gentlemen, and the Dennis Dunn Award, Most Valuable Player Award, also coming up. But the next award tonight is the ABC Umpire of the Year, and Chris, can you announce that? Have to look after our umpires. Oh, they've been terrific. They have been wonderful all year. Thank our umpires.
I told you we're going to get sick of me tonight, but I won't stick around. Without further ado, the Umpire of the Year award is Jeff Mann. Congratulations, Jeff.
I suppose the best umpires are the ones that aren't noticed the most. So I'd just like to thank Mark Noonan, my coaches there at the table, Jared, Greg and Gary, and also the ABC for the award. Thank you.
He's had a great year. Well done, Jeff Mann. Ladies and gentlemen, next award, the Northern Territory News Sporting Bet Player of the Year. I'd like to invite Stephen Fletcher from Sporting Bet and Gray Morris from the Northern Territory News to present the NT News Sporting Bet Player of the Year. Who's going to announce the winner?
No, go, Charlie. Go. I'll pass you again.
Good evening. The Northern Territory News associated with the NTFL competition since 1952, so that's a 60-year anniversary for us, which is a terrific achievement, I think. And I know you're not here to look at me, you're here to find out who won our award, one of the best kept secrets, and it's Troy Cates from Nycliffe Football Club.
First of all, just like to thank Gray, Jess Webster, the rest of the crew at NT News. Thanks very much, and congratulations to all the award winners tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, Gray, and thanks, Stephen. Can I announce this, ladies and gentlemen, that Stephen Fletcher has just told me that, Tony, you're trying to raise $10,000 for the Leukaemia Foundation. Sporting Bet has just pledged $5,000 tonight. Fantastic. Great news. Wonderful gesture. Thank you so very much. Northern Territory Football League Rising Star Award. Gray, you're going to come back and announce this one. The Rising Star Award. There were 4 players considered for this. Samson Henry from the Darwin Football Club, Jack Long from the St Mary's Footy Club, Lionel Ogden from the Southern Districts Footy Club, and Ben Rioli from St Mary's Football Club. Gray will announce the winner of the Northern Territory Football League Rising Star, and there's been a few of them this year.
Yes, there has been terrific footballers over the year who have won this award. Quite a few of them have gone on to the AFL. Hopefully this guy will too. He's got a very famous name. Ben Rioli from St Mary's.
Yeah, first I'd like to thank my mum and dad for everything, all the support over the last 18 years and helping me become a, good footballer. All my coaches, teammates, couldn't have done this without yous, and, pretty amazing that I've won this considering the last 2 blokes who win are 2 of my best mates, so yeah, pretty honoured, and just thanks and hope you have a good night.
Oh, Ben Rioli, he's pretty good, isn't he? You see him in a Carlton jumper. And, you just never know. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Carmi Dunn to the stage. Carmi, we're going to announce the Dennis Dunn Award. Carmi's here tonight, are you, Carmi? There she is. The great Dennis Dunn. What a great goal kicker he was. This is the leading goal kicker award. So Carmi will join you, Gray, and make the announcement. Great trophy as well. Have a look at this. It goes on this.
Thanks, Gray.
Dennis Dunn, the great full forward. Wasn't he a sight to see? And the winner this year is Jared Cunningham from the Tiwi Bombers. 75 gold, I think. Sorry, I've been reminded 87. Is it an unlucky 87? Looks like Joy Cardona coming up to accept on Jerry's behalf.
Sorry, Darwin. I'm not Dennis either.
Good on you, Joy. You say
No, Joy cares.
Thanks, Carmelita. Well, it's an honour for Jared to pick up this award, and I was in the goal, and this guy kicked most of those goals. So, thank you very much.
Good on you. Thanks, George.
Okay, Most Valuable Player Award, ladies and gentlemen. I'll call on the AFLNT Stephen Salisbury to come up and present this award. Stephen's here. Oh, there you are. Whilst you're coming over here, I'll tell people the NTFL Most Valuable Player Award is modelled on the AFL Players Association Most Valuable Player Award. The award has been voted on by NTFL Premier League players themselves as to whom they deem the most valuable player in the Premier League. Let's have a look at the top 5 on the screen there. You can have a look. We might take it from the bottom. Oh no, there we got Troy Coates at the top, Nightcliff, Peter McFarlane, St Mary's, Tim Mosquito at Waratahs, Ross Tungatulum at the Bombers, and Brad Vassell at the Wanderers Football Club. All terrific players, all very valuable players. Stephen, you're going to announce the winner.
And the winner for the NTFL Most Valuable Player goes to Ross Tungatulum from the Tiwi Bombers.
Thanks very much. I'm sure Ross will be really pleased to receive this award, and as someone described it a couple of weeks ago, he's a real Rolls Royce, and I think he really deserves it. Tipper was really meant to come up and pick this up. Shane? Anyway, he's a bit shy, so thanks very much.
Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Stephen. Congratulations. Ross Tungatulum also won that award, ladies and gentlemen, last year as well. So 2 in a row for the brilliant Ross Tungatulum. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now about to commence the calling of the Officeworks Nichols Medal. Tonight's winner will join an elite group, as you can see from the names on the screen there in just a second. Some of the great players over the years. 74 Nichols medalists have already been decided. And tonight a new one adds to the list. Number 75 joins Territory Sporting history tonight. And tonight's winner will join names such as that very first Nichols medalist way back in 1946-47, Leon Pond, and multiple Nichols winners over the years, including Jason Jones, Norm Murphy, Kelvin Marr and Jared Eilert, who have all won it a couple of times each. And another name goes on there tonight. Tony, just before we start the count, another message came up here. The Darwin Football Club have donated $500 to the Leukaemia Foundation as well.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Well done, Darwin Buffalo.
Thanks for sporting there too. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, tonight we're seeing round 7 to round 18 being called out. Let's have a look at the leaderboard after 6. Might give us a bit of an idea. A lot of them tied up in second position, as you can see. From the bottom, Simon Seddon from Waratahs, Rupert Papungamiri there, who's ineligible if it's written in red. Carl Lode from St Mary's has 6. Harmit Singh from Nightcliff has 6. And Troy Coates has 6. And on top, from the Waratah Footy Club, Tim Mosquito.
Thanks, Charlie. The Officeworks Nichols Medal. Thank God that DVD's there. Anthony and I put everyone to sleep. Even the TV's asleep, I think. So thank God that came at the right time. But round 7, Tiwi Bombers versus the Buffaloes. Tiwi Bombers 1 vote, Gerard Cunningham. Tiwi Bombers 2 votes, Rupert Papungamiri. Tiwi Bombers 3 votes, Paul Scanlon. Nightcliff versus Wanderers. Nightcliff 1 vote, Julian Lockwood. Nightcliff 2 votes, James Woodhouse. Nightcliff 3 votes, Elijah Ware. Palmerston versus St Mary's. Palmerston 1 vote, Jake Dignan. St Mary's 2 votes, Jason Puruntarameri. St Mary's 3 votes, Carl Lode. Southern Districts versus Waratahs. Southern Districts, 1 vote, Shannon Rusker. Waratahs, 2 votes, Gavin Connolly. Southern Districts, 3 votes, Matt Cannard.
Round 8, Waratahs versus Wanderers. Waratah, 1 vote, Mitchell Sandry. Wanderers, 2 votes, Adam Cook. Wanderers, 3 votes, Brad Vassell. St Mary's versus Southern Districts. St Mary's, 1 vote, Jason Porrentadamiri. Southern Districts, 2 votes, Henry Labastida. St Mary's, 3 votes, Darryl White. Tiwi Bombers versus Palmerston. Tiwi Bombers, 1 vote, Efren Tippenwoody. Tiwi Bombers, 2 votes, Patrick Heenan. Tiwi Bombers, 3 votes, Paul Scanlon. Nightcliff versus Darwin Buffaloes. Nightcliff, 1 vote, Julian Lockwood. Nightcliff, 2 votes, Ashley Duncan. Nightcliff, 3 votes, Marlon Motlop.
Round 9, Officeworks Nichols Medal. Nightcliff versus Southern Districts. Nightcliff, 1 vote, Daniel Hargraves. Nightcliff, 2 votes, Troy Coates. Nightcliff, 3 votes, Elijah Ware. Waratahs versus Tiwi Bombers. Waratahs, 1 vote, Mitchell Sandry. Tiwi Bombers, 1 vote, Ross Tungatalum. Waratahs, 3 votes, Brendan Favola.
Go for it.
Buffaloes versus Palmerston. Palmerston, 1 vote, John Pratt. Palmerston, 2 votes, James Kavanagh. Palmerston, 3 votes, Dwayne Hamlin. Wanderers versus St Mary's. Wanderers, 1 vote, Christopher Dunn. St Mary's, 2 votes, Darryl White. St Mary's, 3 votes, Louis Edgar.
Round 10, Officeworks Nichols Medal. Palmerston versus Southern Districts. Southern Districts, 1 vote, Matt Cannard. Southern Districts, 2 votes, Shannon Rusker. Southern Districts, 3 votes, James Lawton. Nightcliff versus Tiwi Bombers. Tiwi Bombers, 1 vote, Rupert Papungamary. Nightcliff, 2 votes, Michael Gugliotta. Nightcliff, 3 votes, Troy Coates. St Mary's versus Waratah. St Mary's, 1 vote, Carl Lode. Waratah, 2 votes, Simon Seddon. St Mary's, 3 votes, Ryan Smith. Darwin Buffaloes versus Wanderers. Wanderers, 1 vote, Brad Vassell. Wanderers, 2 votes, Jared Eldson. Wanderers, 3 votes, James Scrimshaw.
Round 11, Officeworks Nichols Medal. Tiwi Bombers versus St Mary's. Tiwi Bombers, 1 vote, Lincoln Withers. Tiwi Bombers, 2 votes, Ross Tungatalum. Tiwi Bombers, 3 votes, Dion Munkara. Wanderers versus Palmerston. Palmerston, 1 vote, Pierce Little. Wanderers, 2 votes, Ryan Prendergast. Wanderers, 3 votes, Christopher Dunn. Buffaloes versus Southern Districts. Southern Districts, 1 vote, Ben Armat. Southern Districts, 2 votes, Henry Labastida. Southern Districts, 3 votes, Shannon Rusker. Nightcliff versus Waratahs. Waratahs, 1 vote, Tim Mosquito. Nightcliff, 2 votes, Mark McLean. Nightcliff, 3 votes, Ashley Duncan.
Round 12, Officeworks Nichols Medal. Tiwi Bombers versus Darwin Buffaloes. Tiwi Bombers, 1 vote, Ross Tungatalum. Tiwi Bombers, 2 votes, Paul Scanlon. Tiwi Bombers, 3 votes, Samson Mungatopi. Southern Districts versus Wanderers. Southern Districts, 1 vote, Henry Labastida. Wanderers, 2 votes, Aaron Motlop. Wanderers, 3 votes, Owen Henry. Palmerston versus Waratah. Palmerston, 1 vote, Jesse Franco. Palmerston, 2 votes, Sam Audio. Palmerston, 3 votes, Justin Emery. St Mary's versus Nycliffe. St Mary's, 1 vote, Ryan Smith. Nycliffe, 2 votes, Troy Coates. Nycliffe, 3 votes, James Brain.
That's it to round 12 there. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. It's an interesting one. In 4th position, Rupert Papungameri on 9. Carl Lode in 3rd position on 10 votes. 2 sharing 11 votes. Paul Scanlon from the Tiwi Bombers, Elijah Ware from Nycliffe, and 1 vote clear, or 2 votes clear, Troy Coates from the Tigers. A possible 18 votes to come. 6 more rounds to go. We'll take a short break, let you enjoy your dessert, and then come back and pick up the count from round 13. At round 12, Troy Coates was leading from Nycliffe on 13 votes. 2 votes clear of Elijah Ware, and 2 votes clear of Paul Scanlon. Carl Lode had 10 votes from St Mary's, and Rupert Papungameri, who's ineligible from the Tiwi Bombers, had 9 votes. So we're going to count the votes from round 13 through to round 15, but it's a bit like the 3rd quarter in a footy match, I reckon, over this next few minutes. I want to announce this as well, ladies and gentlemen, some more money pledged to the Leukaemia Foundation. Tony, you'll be happy to hear that the Nycliffe Footy Club has pledged $750 tonight as well. Thank you, Tigers.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Thanks to Nycliffe.
Tony, to take us now from round 13 through to round 15.
Round 13, Officeworks Nichols medal. Buffaloes versus Waratah. 1 vote, Waratah Michael Smith. 2 votes, Waratah Tim Mosquito. Waratah 3 votes, Mitchell Sandry. Palmerston versus Nycliffe. Palmerston 1 vote, Cameron Cloak. Nycliffe 2 votes, Troy Coates. Palmerston 1 vote, Sam Audio. Wanderers versus St Mary's. Wanderers 1 vote, Ashley Lanson. Wanderers 2 votes, Jared Erlinson. St Mary's 3 votes, Ben Rioli. Tiwi Bombers versus Southern Districts. Tiwi Bombers 1 vote, Ross Tungatalam. Tiwi Bombers 2 votes, Daniel McClendon. Tiwi Bombers 3 votes, Rupert Papungameri.
Round 14, Officeworks Nichols medal. Waratahs versus Nycliffe. Nycliffe 1 vote, Nathan Brown. Nycliffe 2 votes, Julian Lockwood. Nycliffe 3 votes, Troy Coates. Tiwi Bombers versus Wanderers. Tiwi Bombers 1 vote, Christian Height. Wanderers 2 votes, Brad Vassell. Wanderers 3 votes, Christopher Dunn. Darwin Buffaloes versus St Mary's. St Mary's 1 vote, Iggy Belojo. St Mary's 2 votes, Peter McFarlane. St Mary's 3 votes, Alan May. Southern Districts versus Palmerston. Palmerston 1 vote, Zach Stevenson. Southern Districts 2 votes, Marcus McMillan. Southern Districts 3 votes, Keegan Dingo.
Round 15, Officeworks Nichols medal. Waratah versus Wanderers. Wanderers 1 vote, Ryan Prendergast. 2 votes, Wanderers Brad Vassell. Wanderers 3 votes, Josh Cabillo. Tiwi Bombers versus Palmerston. Tiwi Bombers 1 vote, Corey Kelly. 2 votes, Tiwi Bombers Ross Tungatalam. Tiwi Bombers 3 votes, Paul Scanlon. St Mary's versus Southern Districts. St Mary's, 1 vote, Robert Hale. Southern Districts, 2 votes, Matt Kennard. St Mary's, 3 votes, Brent Lacroix. Nycliffe versus Buffaloes. Nycliffe, 1 vote, Daniel Stafford. Nycliffe, 2 votes, Kane Robbins. Nycliffe, 3 votes, Troy Coates.
Let's check it to round 15. And those in 5th position, Tim Mosquito from Waratahs has 10, Matt Kennard, Southern Districts 10, Ross Tungatullum from Tiwi Bombers 10, and Carl Lode from St Mary's has 10. In 4th position from the Nycliffe Footy Club, Elijah Ware has 11 votes. In 3rd position, Rupert Papungamiri, Tiwi Bombers 12. Tiwi Bombers in 2nd position, and within striking distance, Paul Scanlon has 14. And at the top, Troy Coates from Nycliffe on 21. Tony will commence the counting. I might at this point, though, invite the Nichols family representatives, Genesee and Price and Tom Nichols, as well as Officeworks representatives, or Representative Brad McConnell to the stage for the presentation. So if you can make your way to the stage now, we'll go to round 16 and 17.
Officeworks Nichols Medal, round 16. Darwin Buffaloes versus Wanderers. Wanderers, 1 vote, Ryan Prendergast. Wanderers, 2 votes, Ashley Lanson. Wanderers, 3 votes, Campbell Warramarborough. Tiwi Bombers versus Southern Districts. Southern Districts, 1 vote, Matt Kennard. Tiwi Bombers, 2 votes, Dion Munkara. Tiwi Bombers, 3 votes, Daniel McClendon. Palmerston versus Waratah. Waratah, 1 vote, Levi Konitska. Waratah, 2 votes, Mitchell Sandry. Waratah, 3 votes, Michael Sumner. Nycliffe versus St Mary's. St Mary's, 1 vote, Justin Bice. St Mary's, 2 votes, Josh Heath. Nycliffe, 3 votes, Troy Coates.
Round 17, Officeworks Nichols Medal. Buffaloes versus Tiwi Bombers. Tiwi Bombers, 1 vote, Dion Munkara. Tiwi Bombers, 2 votes, Ben McCasker. Tiwi Bombers, 3 votes, Jared Cunningham. Palmerston versus St Mary's. St Mary's, 1 vote, Ryan Smith. Palmerston, 2 votes, Sam Audio. St Mary's, 3 votes, Josh Heath. Waratah versus Southern Districts. Southern Districts, 1 vote, Henry Labastida. Waratah's 2 votes, Tom Marsh. Waratah's 3 votes, Tim Mosquito. Wanderers versus Nycliffe. Wanderers, 1 vote, Ali Bond. Nycliffe, 2 votes, Troy Coates. Wanderers, 3 votes, Mitchell Taylor.
He's already done that.
Done it?
Yep. Officeworks Nichols Medal, round 18. St Mary's versus Wanderers. Wanderers, 1 vote, Duncan Seddon. Wanderers, 2 votes, Aaron Motlop. Wanderers, 3 votes, Mitchell Taylor. Palmerston versus Darwin. Palmerston, 1 vote, Sam Audio. Palmerston, 2 votes, Sheldon Nelly. Palmerston, 3 votes, Tavis Perry.
Jeez,
Waratah versus Tiwi.
There we go, Tav.
Tiwi, 1 vote, Jared Cunningham. Tiwi, 2 votes, Rupert Papungamiri. Tiwi, 3 votes, Paul Scanlon. Southern Districts versus Nycliffe. Southern Districts, 1 vote, Henry Labastida. Nycliffe, 2 votes, Darren Gulfie. Nycliffe, 3 votes, Troy Coates.
The winner of the 2012 Officeworks Nichols medal, Troy Coates from the Nightcliff Football Club.
We might just present the medal.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll get a photo of you all together in just a moment. Do you want to say a few words first, and I'll have a quick chat with you? Congratulations.
Yeah, it's just pretty nervous. It's an honour to win an award like this. First of all, I'd like to thank Mo, Invar, Gav, the coaching staff at Nightcliff. Thanks very much for giving me the opportunity to play through the midfield this year. Mark Kelly, President, thanks very much. We've built a good relationship. I was up here last year and then come up again this year. Thanks for getting me up again. Really enjoy coming up, mate, and playing with the Tigers. Thanks very much. Awards like this can't be won without the players, so we've got a few of the boys here tonight, but just thanks to the playing group. It's a great bunch of blokes. Wary, Jules, Brownie here tonight. Thanks, boys. Thanks for the year. I better thank my mother too, who's come tonight, Carol, up the back table. She snuck in on the Tiwi table. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for the support during the year. It's been great. Shaz and Lou up there. Shaz, thanks for doing the training. Very good. Thanks to the NTFL. It's a great competition up here. Very exciting. Great brand of footy. Great to watch. All the boys who come up from down south, stuff like that, love playing in it. And I can see it getting better and better every year. And it's very exciting for Darwin. Thanks very much.
Pleasure. Try to ask you a couple of questions. Have that in a sec. Troy, congratulations. Not a lot of people know your background. Give us a bit of that. I know you played down in Bendigo and Kerrang Football Club. You've been with Nightcliff for a couple of seasons. What brought you to Darwin, and tell us a little bit about your early days playing footy?
So last year I come up when Humps was coaching, Mark Kelly and that were doing the recruiting, and they gave us a call. I knew a few of the boys at Tigers, Chris Gibson and that. They got me on board to come across to the Tigers. There's a bit of a connection from Kerrang and the Nightcliff Tigers, where I'm from in Victoria. A few of the boys have played there, so that's how I ended up at the Tigers.
And you're a Victoria Country football rep as well. Tell us about that. So I just played all my juniors in Kerrang, where I grew up. Then last 2 years in the Bendigo Footy League with Eagle Hawk, and played a bit of representative footy around Vic Country around there. Okay, any awards similar to this one? You ever won anything like this?
No league awards. So yeah, this is probably one of the highest honours of my career to date. Yeah.
Okay, and how's it feel to join? You saw those great names. You may not know some of those players up there, but they were magnificent players that are on that board. You joined them. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. Paul Scanlon, I played a bit with Bendigo Bombers with Paul Scanlon, and he's a great player. Tunga Taylor, Jared Cunningham, they're just so exciting. Very good players. Matt Cunard, players like that. Love playing against those sort of boys, and yeah, there's a lot of talent up here, that's for sure.
Troy, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to fill your glasses, and we're going to toast the 2011-2012 Officeworks Nichols medalist. I don't have a glass, but I'll grab one of those if I have to. Thank you, Bill. Ladies and gentlemen, two magnificents, to Troy Coates. Troy, well done, mate. Well done. Congratulations. Good stuff. Thank you. Thanks very much, mate. All the best. Whoops. Don't drop the medal. I think we want some photos over there too now, if we can. We can go club by club, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in that. Whilst Troy's getting his the photos taken, let's have a look at them club by club. We'll go first of all to well, there's Nightcliff. There we go, the Darwin Football Club. Charlie McAdam picking up a vote there, and John James. They picked up votes throughout the year. The Nycliffe Footy Club, you can see there, a runaway winner, Troy Coates 29, Elijah Ware got 11, Ashley Duncan, Julian Lockwood 7 and Harmit Singh picked up 6. Let's have a look at the Palmerston Footy Club. Sam Audio had a pretty good year, got 8. Hamlin got 4. Clint Guy had a good year as well, 3. Pierce Little, Justin Emery and Tavis Perry all picked up votes there. Southern Districts, Matt Kennard does it again. Terrific year from the skipper. He got 11. Labastida good with 8. Shannon Rusker 6 and Keegan Dingo 5 and Bradley Henderson got 5. St Mary's Footy Club. Carl Lode got 10 votes. Josh Heath, who had a terrific year, Josh 8 votes. Ryan Smith, the ruckman, got 5. Darryl White picked up 5. Peter McFarlane got 5 and Jason Purantata-Mary picked up 5 as well. And for the Tiwi Bombers, Paul Scanlon, who gave plenty of cheek tonight, got 17. Rupert Papungamary with 14. Ross Tungatullam 10. Dion Munkara got 6. Jared Cunningham picked up 5 and Daniel McClendon picked up 5 as well. Wanderers Footy Club, the brilliant Brad Vassell 8. Chris Dunn got 7. Mitchell Taylor 6 and James Scrimgeour got 5. And for Waratah, Timmy Mosquito, who we talked a lot about, got 13. Mitchell Sandry had a great season in the middle, 10. Seddon got 8 and Favola got 7. Good on you, Brendan. Officeworks Nichols medal decided for another year, ladies and gentlemen. Great win to Troy Coates tonight. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to everyone that we mentioned tonight. And we look forward to seeing you all at the grand final on Saturday. Should be a beauty. Thank you and good night.
First of all, just tell us, what's going through your head at the moment.
It's just all a bit of a blur at the moment. It's a bit surreal for me, so I wasn't expecting that tonight, but it's a great honour.
And how do you sum up your year with the Tigers?
Look, it's been a great year by the boys, and I've just been happy to. Mo's given me the opportunity to play through the midfield, and I've injury-free and fit, and it's been a good year, I suppose.
And obviously, coming from down south, did A, you think you'd ever win a best of fairest, and B, in Darwin of all places?
No, not at all. Especially at the start of the year, I was sort of flying in and out, and it took me till after Christmas to live up here and settle in, and there's no way I would have thought I'd be up here tonight mid-year.
And what's your secret to playing some good footy?
I suppose just preparation. I like to be very professional with what I do, make sure everything before the game's right, train hard, do all the little things right and get that edge on all the other players.
And obviously this rates up there as one of the best awards you've ever won in your footy career?
Yeah, definitely the most prestige award I've won in my career,
Second year with Nycliffe, what's changed this year? A lot of things, but what's been most notable?
I suppose, just recruiting. We've got a lot of players in. We work well together. When you're playing with good players, you seem to play better footy, so it's good. We've got a good team. We all support each other, and it makes your job easier.
Having played through last year, where does that leave you ahead of the grand final on Saturday?
Look, I think, we're just going to go in as underdogs like we did on the weekend against Waratah, against Wanderers, and we'll give it a 100% crack and make sure those Tiwi boys earn every possession they get.
And in terms of the future with Nycliffe, it must be a pretty big incentive to come back next year as well?
Yeah, we'll see how the body holds up, but it's hard playing season after season, but definitely, I'll definitely be coming back up at some stage.
Finally, at what point did you know you had it? At what point do you think you finally got to breathe a big sigh of relief and say it's behind the medal?
I think it was about round 15 or 16 when I was 7 votes clear with 3 to go. So I knew I played a couple of good games towards the end of the year. I was hoping I'd get at least 1 or 2 in those last couple, so
Any change of plan for the grand final against the Tiwi? Everything did you last week?
Yeah, look, we're gonna we'll sit down as a team and Mo with the coaching staff, and we'll look at a few matchups, and just we'll play a style of footy that we think will win against them. So.
Expecting a big influx of Bendigo boys coming up now. You're going to tell all your mates that they've won a medal, and you're going to bring the rest of the crew up?
We'll see what the flights are at the moment, how much they're costing. I might have to fork out a bit for them to get up here, but we've got a training camp back home at the moment too, so it's hard for them to get up. But we'll have a couple. I think my brother and a couple of family members are coming up.
And footy all year round, that's what you're going to do? You go back down to Bendigo and play another season?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, the beauty is this year our first game's 28th of April, so I get about 4 weeks rest, 4 to 5 weeks. I just get off my feet and prepare for round 1 back there.
So win a flag and off you go.
hopefully win a flag and then go back home and win one as well.
Mo, tell us about Troy as a player. What strikes you about him and his work ethic?
Troy's just hard at it all day, and as he said in the last in his interview, you know, he prepares and he takes his time about and thinks hard about preparation and that, and it shows in his games on Saturdays, you know, where he's quite a fit-looking fella. He hasn't got an ounce of fat on him, so he works pretty hard at it.
Did you know, obviously being part of the coaching team against him last year, did you know when you came to the club this year, you know, he's got the goods? Yeah,
well, I wasn't actually involved in footy last year, and but I did watch a couple of the Nightcliffe games last year, and I did see him play, and I thought, you know, Coates could play. So when I got the Nightcliffe coaching job this year, and his name was thrown up as a possible recruit, and would I be interested in him coming back? And I was quite happy to get him and make sure we can get him up here, because he's a good little rover, and I seen that when he played up here last year.
And
were you surprised he won by so much?
Oh yeah, I am a little bit. It's quite a wide margin. There are other good players from other clubs, but you know, that's a medal. Always throws up some surprises. Yeah.
And you've been around footy for a long time. How does Coates sort of rate, do you think, amongst some of the best players that you've seen in territory footy?
Look, all the players are different. Coates is definitely a good player. You know, and his name won't be out of place on the honour board. Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good rover.
Are you expecting any perhaps more attention on Coates in the grand final this week then?
No, not really, because I think the other clubs are already aware of him. So he'll be in their radar, I guess, in their sights as part of normal preparations and planning and tactics and strategies. This week too, we will. He won't be getting a free run, I guess. Yeah.
Last time a Motlop coached the Nichols medal winner, they won the grand final 6 days later. Is it a good sign?
That was Mark, was it? Southern Districts.
Paul last year was a pretty good one too.
Who won the medal last year?
James McNamee.
Oh, okay, well.
Clearly you don't pay attention to these things then.
Years ago, a long time ago. Well, you know, if that's an omen, that's good. Yeah.
So much pressure with the club at the moment. Haven't won a flag since '65. Are you feeling the pressure at all? And will that be coming your way this weekend, or it's just another game for the Tigers?
No, certainly not with me. I'm not worried about the 50 years. Oh, of course, it's a long time, and the Nightcliffe Football Club could well do with a premiership, because I think once they get one, others will come frequently, with the club in a really healthy financial position. So yeah, it'd be great to bring home a flag this weekend.
After last night's wet game, you're praying for rain this week?
I guess, you know, you'd probably think, yeah, it might slow Tiwi down a bit because they're super quick. But, you know, I've said all along, I like to back my players, so whatever weather we get, I'll be giving my players full support in going out and playing their own game. We'll have some tactics and strategies, and a couple of blokes might get a couple of jobs, but most of the time I'll want to take them on, and then we'll just play it by ear in due course of the game.
How do you stop somebody like Ross Tongatala that's had such a great last month?
Yeah, Roscoe he is a real Rolls Royce. Beautiful footballer, moves well and so skillful and uncanny, and he gets a lot of the footy. So, you know, we've got a good set of on-ballers. I'll take him on to start with, and if he gets on top of our boys, we'll probably look at getting somebody to match up on him and run with him for a bit, try and pull him back into line.
Excellent.
I like
Thank
that.
you very much.
Pulling back into line. I like that.
All right, grabbing Ross down by the ear.